Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie, and oh my god, we hit 50 subscribers. I know that to some people that is just a drop in the water, but that means so much to me, and I just want to say a big fat thank you to everybody who stops by, who likes, who subscribes, who finds my content interesting in any way. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope that I can continue to bring you like just some interesting stuff. So for today, we're gonna hop right in. I am just gonna be showing you a ton of games that we've gotten over the past, I want to say, month and a half. Some of these games are from like current game shops that we managed to find that are in our area, and then other games we got at AWACON that was just this past weekend, which was fun and not fun at the same time. But let's just jump right into it. So we found this place called Win Condition Games. Cannot recommend it enough. They have a ton of stuff for a ton of different like retro gaming and then newer games as well. So we managed to find for me this game called Olympia Soiree. It is a dating sim. I have not dove into it just yet, but I am very excited. Here's the back. Yeah, I'm very excited for it. And then another place we found is called Video Game Trader. And there I got my hands on Astral Chain physical copy. I know that this is, you know, in the Nintendo store, but it bothers me that it's been out for a couple years now, and typically they still sell it at full price if you're getting it digitally, and I didn't want that. Another one that I finally got to get my hands on, even though it's not the original, it is a report of Parappa the Rapper for PSP, which I am so excited about this. I had Unjammer Lammy, which is a different like music-based game on PlayStation, and I believe I had Parappa the Rapper, or it was one that I really wanted. And if you're looking for a PlayStation 1 copy, it's like $200. So just get the report if you have a PSP. Okay, so now we're gonna get into AWACON. And so sadly they only had two like gaming shops, and one was more so for imported Japan games, and then the other one did have other games, but they had more consoles, but those consoles were also very much mostly Japan imported consoles, so it would only, you know, play the Japanese region games, which is fine if that's what you want. So I finally got my hands on Max Payne. Listen, I've been looking for Max Payne specifically for PlayStation 2 because it also came out on Xbox. We don't have an Xbox at the moment. So I really wanted it. I'm glad that I finally have it so that I can play Max Payne. I love the entire Alan Wake franchise series world, so that's why I really wanted it. And I had it as a kid. Another game that I'm very excited to get my hands on specifically for the Wii was Spyro the Eternal Night. I now am one step closer to having the entire Spyro catalog, give or take a couple of the like Game Boy Advance games that I'm not gonna get those. Specifically Crash Purple and Spyro Orange, which is a collab between Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. Those are bad. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry. And then there's Spyro Attack of the Rhinox, which again I don't think I'm gonna end up getting. So the only game I really need left is Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, which is one of the worst, if not the worst, Spyro game to ever be created, and it also ruined the Spyro franchise for years. If you want me to do like a Spyro breakdown video, I can, because oh my gosh, it is crazy. So now another shop that we went to that I actually know the name of, because the other place I can't remember, and they didn't really give us a business card, and we decided not to go back because something happened that they said something to someone who was trying to buy a Japanese GameCube, and it was very off-putting. It was very uncalled for. So I sadly I don't know what that vendor was called, but I also wouldn't shop from them because they were rude. The other place, I do have the card, and we did get quite a few games from them. So to start off, we did get Metroid for the Game Boy, which I think is really cool. And because it is a Japanese import like vendor, everything is basically in Japanese. So we also got, I don't remember what this is called. Please tell me if you know. But then we also got this one. Nope, okay, I see the name. It's Fire Emblem. So we got 2 Japanese imported Fire Emblem games. And here's the back. My partner really loves Fire Emblem. I've never played any of those games before. We also got a Monster Hunter. We got 2 of them. So here's a Monster Hunter game for PlayStation 2. Here's the back. Sorry about my camera angles. And then we also got Monster Hunter 2. Okay, and then this one is for me, which I am very excited about, even though it is a Japanese import. I got my hands on Kamigami no Asobi, limited edition for Vita. It's the Infinite one, which I think is a combination of 2 of the other games. Look, this does have an anime on Crunchyroll. I love it, even if it wasn't, you know, done the best, because it's really hard to translate a dating sim into, like, an actual anime because there's so many routes. But I'm so happy that we got my hands on this, and this is for Vita, which I have one. Okay, so I had to go grab like all of these stacks because ever since we came back from Florida, we had gotten an NES, which I think I mentioned before, but then my partner started collecting NES games. But then we also got a Retron 5, which plays not just NES, but a bunch of different games. So now we just have like a lot more that I think I'd love to show you guys. So we got Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario World, we got Zelda, A Link to the Past, we got Super Mario All-Stars, and again, these are all for the Super NES, which is pretty damn cool. We got Conker's Bad Fur Day for the 64. I was so happy to get a physical copy of Tunic for me because I actually really like this game. If anyone is interested in a review, let me know. It's pretty difficult though, like if you're just going in without any prior knowledge. We got Castlevania Lament of Innocence for the PlayStation 2. We got Gauntlet Dark Legacy. I grew up playing Gauntlet 2 on the PlayStation 2, so I'm really excited to play this one as well. We got Mortal Kombat Armageddon Premium Edition. I absolutely love Armageddon. Just, yes, it has the stupid little racing game where you can also use their abilities, and I love it, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. We got Tekken 4, one of the greatest for PlayStation 2. We got Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny for PlayStation 2. It sucks that they remade the first one, but because it didn't do so well, they scrapped remaking the other 2. We also got Tekken 5, one of my absolute favorites for the PlayStation 2. I believe we also got Tekken 3, but I can't find it. Okay, we also got Maniac Mansion for the NES. Got our hands on the infamous Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers for the NES. Okay, we've got Super Mario 3 for the NES. We got Metroid for the NES. We got Dragon Warrior for the NES. We got Snake's Revenge for the NES. Isn't this Metal Gear Solid? Yep, Metal Gear for the NES. We got Deadly Towers for the NES. We got Gauntlet 2 for the NES. Dr. Chaos for the NES. We got Contra for the NES. And we got Simon's Quest for the NES. We got Custom Robo for the 64. And I believe this is Custom Robo 2 for the 64. And I actually think that might be it for all of like the newer things that we've gotten. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot, but as someone who's, you know, a collector of older games, of retro gaming, and it does feel good when you're able to get your hands on that really old game just from a collector standpoint. And so I find it really cool that my partner was able to kind of get their hands on a bunch of games that they've always wanted to have. And it doesn't even matter what system that it's on because, you know, if you have the console that can play it, or a console that can play it, then I think you should get it. You should get your hands on it. And so again, just short, sweet, right to the point. Those are some of the games that we've gotten so far, and I'm very, very excited about it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Drink some water. Bye!